Welcome in this lecture. Today we are going to see the 12th topic from the 12th physics, that is electromagnetic induction. So in electromagnetic induction we are going to see the different laws and different concepts related to the electromagnetic induction. We are going to see the two laws related, basic laws in an electromagnetic induction, that is Faraday's law and Lenz's law. Then we also see the concept of flux of the field, then expression for the motional EMF during the translational motion and the rotational motion of the conductor. Then construction, working and principle of AC generators. Then concept of back EMF and back torque. Then concept of self-inductance, mutual inductance, concept of eddy currents and its applications, and construction, working of transformer and energy density in magnetic field. Okay. So let us see the first article from this topic, that is the Faraday's magnet coil experiment. So let us discuss about the Faraday's magnet coil experiment. So Faraday take a one coil connected to a galvanometer having large number of turns. He brought a bar magnet towards that coil. It is found that the first observation, when a magnet approaches towards the coil, it is found that the galvanometer shows a momentary deflection. When a magnet kept steady near the coil, it has not shown any deflection. So he move away or recedes the magnet from that coil, then again a galvanometer shows a momentary deflection. Now he keep the magnet fixed and the coil is brought towards the magnet. It is found that again the galvanometer shows a momentary deflection. So he repeated this procedure or experiment by changing the polarity of magnet. He found that the direction of deflection of galvanometer changes, and which is opposite to the previous deflections. Then he found that if we increase the speed of approaching and receding the magnet from the coil, then the magnitude of deflection goes on increasing. Again he repeated this experiment by increasing the number of turns of the coil. He found that as the number of coil increases, the magnitude of deflection increases. So galvanometer shows here a deflection. Why? Because there is a EMF or current induced in that coil, and the magnitude of that induced current and coil depends on the number of turns and the motion or relative motion between the coil and magnet. So this induced current exists so long there is a relative motion between coil and magnet. So in this different way the Faraday performs this magnet coil experiment. And we know that the current carrying coil is equivalent to magnetic dipole. Therefore Faraday replaced this magnet by current carrying coil and performed another experiment, that is the coil experiment. So see the coil experiment. So here there is a one animation shows that when there is a relative motion between magnet and coil, then galvanometer shows a momentary deflection. So if we replace the magnet with a current carrying coil, then we get the coil experiment. So the next article, that is Faraday's coil experiment. So in this figure we see the two coils, coil 1 and coil 2. Coil 1 is connected to rheostat, jockey and plug key, while the coil 2 is connected to a galvanometer. It is found that when the circuit of primary makes or breaks, the galvanometer shows a momentary deflection. So when the primary circuit, the coil 1 is called as a primary coil, when the primary circuit makes or breaks, there will be increase or decrease in a current in a coil 1, then there will be a momentary deflection in a galvanometer. Again, when there is a relative motion between coil 1 and 2, then again there is a momentary deflection in a galvanometer. And in third part, he varied the current flowing through the coil first with the help of a rheostat. It is found that when there is a change in current flowing through coil 1, then galvanometer shows a momentary deflection, that is there will be induced EMF. So from these two experiments, the Faraday defined the process of electromagnetic induction. So what is the electromagnetic induction? In this experiment we see that when there is a relative motion between the magnet and coil or coil and coil, that is then the induced EMF in the second coil, and this is put forth as the definition of electromagnetic induction, that is the phenomenon of production of EMF in a conductor or coil due to change in magnetic flux linked with it is called as a electromagnetic induction. So how one can define the electromagnetic induction? As whenever there is a change in magnetic flux linked with the coil, then EMF is induced in it. This phenomenon is called as a electromagnetic induction. So EMF produced in this process is called as induced EMF, and current is called as a induced current. So we say that whenever there is a change in magnetic flux. So what do you mean by magnetic flux? We see that the magnetic field is represented by magnetic lines of force. These magnetic lines of force or magnetic lines of induction passing normally through a given surface area is called as a magnetic flux through that surface. So this is the definition of magnetic flux, and it is denoted by the phi, that is the number of magnetic field lines crossing any surface normally is called as a magnetic flux through that surface. And it is given by equation phi, that is equal to BA cos theta, where B is called as a magnetic induction, A is a area, and the magnitude of magnetic flux is the scalar product of two vectors, that is B bar dot A bar, and its magnitude is given by equation BA cos theta. So B is magnetic induction, A is area, and theta is angle between B bar and A bar. A bar is a surface vector, and we know that the surface vector is always perpendicular to the surface. Suppose this screen is a surface, then its surface vector is perpendicular to this screen, either outward or inward. So I hope that you got it. And the SI unit of magnetic flux is Faber. So this is about the definition of magnetic flux and electromagnetic induction. So on the basis of Faraday's magnet coil experiment and coil experiment, Faraday put forth the two basic laws of electromagnetic induction. So there are two laws, Faraday's first law and Faraday's second law. So see what are that. The Faraday's first law, whenever there is a change in magnetic flux linked with the coil, EMF is induced in it. This is also the definition of electromagnetic induction, and this law is also called as a qualitative law. This law is also called as a qualitative law. Then second law. First law is a qualitative law, while second law is a quantitative law, and which is related to the magnitude of induced EMF. According to second law, the magnitude of induced EMF is directly proportional to a rate of change of magnetic flux. So E is directly proportional to d phi by dt. So mathematical statement of the Faraday's law is given as E is equal to minus d phi by dt, where d phi by dt is the rate of change of magnetic flux. If the rate of change of magnetic flux is greater, then the magnitude of EMF is greater. So if the rate of change of magnetic flux is small, then the magnitude of induced EMF will be small. So this is about the Faraday's two laws, Faraday's first law and second law. So Faraday's law also state as mathematically, that is the E that is equal to minus d phi by dt. So what is the significance of that negative sign? The negative sign shows that current induced in that coil is such that it opposes the rate of change of magnetic flux which produces it. Now, if we take a coil having a number of turns n, so if we take a coil of having number of turns, then if the phi dash is a magnetic flux associated with the single turn of that coil, then total flux is given by equation n phi dash, and that n phi dash is called as a flux linkage, and therefore E is given by equation E, that is equal to minus n d phi dash by dt. That is, the magnitude of induced EMF is directly proportional to number of turns of the coil also. So if we increase the number of turns, the magnitude of induced EMF goes on increasing. So here we see that the EMF or current is induced in the coil whenever there is a change in magnetic flux. But what do you mean by change in magnetic flux? The flux is given by equation BA cos theta. So if we change either B, that is magnetic induction, or area, or angle between a B bar and A bar, that is theta, then magnetic flux goes on changing. If B is increasing, is treated as a positive, area is increasing, it is treated as a positive, and theta is the angle between B bar and A bar. So either B, either A, either theta, or any two or all of three changes, then there will be change in magnetic flux, and as there is a change in magnetic flux, the EMF is induced in that coil, and it is given by equation E, that is equal to minus d phi by dt, and this is called as a Faraday's law.